Hey everyone, Sumo Spiffy here. Welcome to our latest preview for Natsu 2023, this one for Mitakeumi and Sadanoumi. Mitakeumi has the head-to-head lead 3-2, but two of those wins were in 2015 and 2016. Sadanoumi has taken two of the three recent fights that we'll watch. More importantly, these come after Mitakeumi injured his right shoulder, so we'll have a chance to gauge what impact that injury might have had on these fights. Let's begin with their fight in September of 2022. This fight starts with both men coming in with heads forward, arms low, and shoulders hunched, the classic sumo collision. After the crash, they're in a very balanced position, so the next question is, can they get their hands wherever they wanted them to go? Mitakeumi's left hand pushes on Sadanoumi's ribs, while Sadanoumi's right searches for a belt grip. When the belt is denied and Mitakeumi clamps his arm, Sadanoumi tries to get to the belt with his left. From the reverse angle, we can see Mitakeumi block that with a hand on the biceps. With Sadanoumi's right arm locked down and a good push on those biceps, Mitakeumi drives Sadanoumi on his rear left foot and off balance, fully controlling the action. He continues the pushing attack with a right-handed face shove, which jams Sadanoumi's head back but takes away his control of both of Sadanoumi's arms. However, Sadanoumi parries the arm away before it can drive him too far back. This doesn't seem to faze Mitakeumi, who swings his right arm back around and uses his left to clamp again, though this time he only gets Sadanoumi's wrist. The wrist clamp does very little to affect Sadanoumi's overall movement though. He jumps left, letting Mitakeumi's momentum carry him forward, and gives one final push to the right arm to sweep Mitakeumi out of the ring. It's possible Mitakeumi's shoulder injury affected the strength of his right-handed push, or perhaps a lack of confidence in it made him go for a riskier strategy. In any case, he had control of the fight until he went for that push, and when it didn't work, Sadanoumi had a route to victory. They faced off again in November. The tachiai is similar. Both of them have hands low, and Mitakeumi's arms are outside of Sadanoumi's. Unlike in September, however, Mitakeumi gets a strong drive on the tachiai, sliding Sadanoumi back by the time Sadanoumi's right hand starts grasping for the belt. Sadanoumi pulls back, trying to free himself, but Mitakeumi controls the right wrist, and as we'll see a moment later, has an outstanding clamp on Sadanoumi's upper left arm. With this control, he's able to continue shoving Sadanoumi until Sadanoumi hits the rope. Sadanoumi gets twisted to his right, and from the opposite angle, now we can see just how good the clamp on the other side is. Sadanoumi steps left along the rope and wrenches his hand free, but Mitakeumi has already effectively transitioned this into getting his left arm around Sadanoumi's back. With Sadanoumi only being able to circle the rope, all Mitake has to do is give him zero space and look for the right moment to push him out and have him go say hello to somebody's coach. Mitakeumi is, without question, the more skilled wrestler, and it becomes obvious when he maintains control from start to finish without making any tactical errors. The last fight is from this past March. The tachiai is again the same. These guys could fight 200 times and you might have trouble telling one tachiai from another on video. Mitakeumi immediately seizes Sadanoumi's left wrist with his right arm, pushing up on the left elbow, and on the other side clamps down with the left. But look closely. Sadanoumi's hand lands directly on Mitakeumi's side with no apparent reach for the belt. As Mitakeumi pushes him back, we see Sadanoumi's tactical adjustment. By not diving in for the belt and offering more of his arm, Mitakeumi's clamp is less secure, and he's able to free himself with a hard spin to the left, just like in the first fight. He clearly has his left hand better planted on Mitakeumi's back this time, and the throwdown is easy. Sadanoumi's adjustment was subtle. You could be forgiven for thinking that he still intended to go for the belt, but Mitakeumi simply stopped it so well that he never got close. Even if that's the case though, for him to react as quickly as he did, he would have at least needed a plan for what to do if Mitakeumi squeezed the clamps as fast as he did in the last two fights. As for their matches going forward, although it's possible Mitakeumi's body keeps breaking down to the point that they're fighting on more level ground, for now he's much more capable of controlling the bout, while Sadanoumi has to look for effective defense. That should swing the balance in Mitakeumi's favor for as long as he's able to mount any sort of effective attack. That's it for day 6. Like it if you learned something, and I'll see you tomorrow.